What's up folks, it's 2Bricks and I'm back with a quick little update to my LAAT Republic Gunship mock. I did say that the last video was going to be the finale for this, but since then I actually had a couple of ideas that I wanted to implement to really improve drastically the capability and some of the aesthetics of this model. And what we're mainly going to be taking a look at today is in the back section here. This kind of concerns all of this stuff on top, this back section, and this little mysterious knob right here. So I'm going to just be kind of taking you guys through the changes that I made, which I think are very, very positive. And I'm actually in the midst of doing the instructions right now, so I had to quickly reassemble this for you guys because I'm in the process of digitizing it, and then just to be able to shoot the video and show you guys what I'm up to, because I thought it would be cool for you to see, you know, what's on the way versus the original version that I had. This is, I would say, much improved version 2.0. So yeah, really excited to show you guys the stuff that I've been working on. So let's just dive in and take a look at the changes. All right, so first change that I made here is a very minor one, but it's to this back ball turret, and it has a dramatic effect. Previously, the ball turret could basically just swivel side to side due to the orientation of the ball joint here. But I realized that I had a hollow stud connecting between this Technic half bushing and this ball joint piece right here, and that was actually preventing a lot of the potential range of motion that this could have. So once I took that out, I realized that this thing actually can go really far. You can go all the way up and of course all the way to the side, and it just basically has the entire use of the ball joint piece as it should have had from the beginning. I don't know why I did that. I think I was just looking at the overall shape, wanting this to be kind of a fatter section at the back here, but yeah, that really did stifle the ability of this ball joint to function. So that's change number one, and I'm very happy about that. Change number two is that the whole side section here has been dramatically redesigned to be completely smoothed off. Previously there was an area that was sticking out here in relief with some the gray kind of corner cut plate here that was sticking out by one plate. Now with the redesign, this is completely smoothed off, and it fits together absolutely beautifully right here, and it just feels just right. So that was a major change that I really wanted to do, and I did slightly have to reconfigure this panel in order to make that happen, but mainly that's on the interior. But what we have now is actually this can be moved out of the way, so you can kind of see the redesigned internals that I have there. But that's going to be for the next thing that I'm going to show you guys, which is what this does. So you can see here the knob. If you turn it, there you go. We have the top missile or rocket turrets able to rotate just like they do in the movie, and do so remotely. So you can really picture that this is kind of an automatic function, like having your hands be removed from any mechanical feature on any kind of model just really makes it feel like it's come to life in a very satisfying way there. So you can see here, if I move this panel out of the way, so this is just attached with some droid arms that enable it to kind of pivot out of the way. But you can see down in there, there's a very simple gear train. There's just 4 gears that connect to this axle here, which runs through, and then there's 2 gears on the inside of this that were already in place to rotate these counter to one another. And then so this motion is just transferred through the knob and up that gear train, and that just allows for that functionality. So super, super happy with that. That was like one of the things that really broke my heart, along with the carry handle not being able to be implemented. That really broke my heart when I had to abandon those, and I was really glad to be able to bring that back. So part of what I had to do in here is to redesign a little bit of the functionality of this to accommodate some of that, and also just for aesthetic purposes, I wanted to actually bring this even more closely in line with what we see in the movie. So you can see here I have this printed tile, which is a snowtrooper backpack that I've used to represent this tiny little piece of detailing in here, where there's kind of a design printed onto that part of the gunship for real. And then I also redesigned the rocket batteries here, where they actually enter into the launcher. I redesigned that as well to have much more believable space for the rocket to travel up. So you would imagine it kind of traveling through this belted section here, getting loaded in, and there's this little notch that I did not have previously that is cut out of the engines on the real ship. And so that's another thing that I just wanted to represent, and I just didn't have, and I thought, why not? And then also in order to move the rocket assembly forward to its correct position to be able to be loaded up like so, I had to redesign this section, which I tried to keep it as close to what I had before as possible. It still works, you know, exactly the same way, just as a panel with some detailing on it, and I have the the gray and the white still represented in there pretty similarly to what I had, but now it's just A, it has less exposed studs, which I like, and B, it's shorter and more accurate to the position within the ship. So I think it's a win-win-win all around. Very happy about how all of that turned out. And yeah, the ability to have, like I said, the functionality, like me being able to do this off camera and just seeing this work, it just feels so satisfying. So yeah, I think overall those changes really worth the time that I put in, and the delay as well to getting the instructions finished, because obviously I had to stop doing the instructions, figure this out before I could continue the digitizing process, and so now I can keep going with that. But I think it's absolutely worth it. You know, the overall functionality feels so much more dramatically improved from a model that was, you know, basically a static playset before to something that really has some functionality to it. So yeah, really pleased with that. I did also slightly reconfigure the area back here to eliminate a slight amount of illegality that I had, where I had tiles on either side of this grill assembly here that was under a slight amount of pressure the way that it was configured before. So what I've done is I've just reconfigured this using one of these panel pieces, and that way I was able to eliminate the tile from the other side and give this the room that it needs to comfortably exist in this space without anything you know, being under pressure or being squeezed unnaturally. So that was another really nice little addition that kind of was a side effect of rethinking this whole area, and I just couldn't be more happy. So yeah, there's that. And those are basically the changes. So there you have it, guys. Just never let it be said that TwoBricks wants things to be you know, rushed out to market and sloppily done and not as good as they could be. I definitely always try to take my time and make things as good as they possibly can be before I release them, to avoid having to ever do like a version 2, which obviously I have done in the past, when there are just certain things I could not figure out. And in this case, I think it was definitely worth taking the extra time to stop and take a breath and think about how I could possibly implement some of those features. The carrying handle is unfortunately the last thing that I really just was not able to do, and it's just simply a result of the entire structure of the internal, the way that this is all put together, and I would really have to rethink the entire design from the ground up to implement that. So unfortunately that's not something that I can just kind of have an Einstein moment and just you know, figure it out and run over here and implement it. But maybe one day if I end up doing a completely different design, maybe at a different scale, I would be able to implement that. But yeah, for now, this is what I have, and I feel very happy about it. I think this is one of the strongest mocks I think I've ever done. The overall balance of aesthetics and play features, especially now with the added functionality in the back, I think feels really good to me. So I'm going to feel very happy releasing these instructions to you guys ASAP. So I'm going to get to work on doing those. And if this is your first time seeing this mock and you're curious to see more about it, I have a full video series of 3, now this is part 4, that you can check out in my LAAT Gunship, or in my Think Like a Designer series, where you can kind of take a look at the entire process of designing this from the ground up, some of the struggles I had along the way, things I had to, you know, rethink and redesign. And yeah, hopefully that's fun for you guys to check out. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. For those of you who've been here since the beginning and watching the progress of this thing, I thank you very much for your support. I look forward to bringing these out to you guys on Rebrickable very soon, and I'll see you on the next video. So thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and may the force be with you.